right? You should know how this happens. This is your home router. So let's name this as router. This is your home router, right? The computers are, you are connecting your mobile phone, desktop, and you are connecting your mobile phone, desktop, as well as laptop to this home router. And first I said, what is loopback IP? Loopback IP means any device can call itself using this IP. Tamanta call karagana use karana pulan device IP එක. This is loopback. That's why in the class A network, this IP is removed, not taken to the class A. The last IP of class A, last available network in the class A, but it is taken for loopback. We learned that separately, and we learned that this is your IP. Then if you know the subnet mask, then you can AND your IP and the subnet mask together using AND gate. 1 and 1 is 1. 1 and 1 is 1. But 0 and 1, 0. 0 and 1, 0. Likewise, you will get all zeros. 1, 1 will be 1. Here also 1, 1 will be 1. Here also 1, 1 will be 1. Others will become 0. Here also 1, 1 will become 1. Others will be 0. Here all zeros. Therefore, if you end with these, you'll get 0. So whatever the IP obtained by the AND operation is called network IP. That network IP is same. So this is network IP for your laptop. This is network IP for your mobile. This is network IP for your desktop. And this is the network IP for your router. For everyone in this network, 4 devices are there in this network. All 4 devices share this network IP. If router wants to communicate, if router wants to send a message to every device, that means desktop, mobile, and laptop, all 3 together, it uses this IP. This is a special IP. That is the last available IP in the network. That is called broadcast IP. That's why you are deducting 2 from the host portion. So what is the network portion I'm highlighting? Network portion is this one. This is network portion, and this is network portion. And this one is host portion. Yellow color one is host portion. How to find the network portion and host portion easily? The network portion and host portion, how to find that easily? Subnet mask, if you have ones indicate network portion, zeros indicate host portion. Right? That also you can tell in a subnet mask. Ones indicate network portion and zeros indicates host portion. You don't have in between zeros, right? You here may add the 0 when subnet mask අපි දාගන්නේ. So it's continuous ones and continuous zeros. So don't worry. You don't have in between zeros subnet mask. You don't have such. Okay, please write this down. Please take all these things and let me know once you're done, right? And now you know the concept, right? Now you know the subnet mask. Why we are deducting 2 from the host network, because 1 for the network IP and 1 for the broadcast IP. So how broadcast IP is found? So basically there's another way. So if you know the subnet mask and if you keep the host portion all zeros, මේ host portion එකේ ඔක්කොම 0 තියාගෙන subnet mask එක තියෙන ටික මුකුත් නොකර, if you change this to 0, here 192.168.1.0, that is the network IP. No need to calculate. And how to find the host IP? Keep in the subnet mask, go for the maximum number of ones. Then you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 ones. 8 ones means 255. So that's how you can easily find the network and Okay, so then class B. Class B, so we know this one is sealed, and these X digits, how many digits? Count and tell me how many digits. Yes?
14.
14 digits. 14 digits reserved for the network IP. So if you take the subnet mask, right? So I have not actually given the subnet mask. No, did I give the subnet mask of this? No. So if I give a subnet mask to this network, it is something like this 255.255.0.0 type networks. So if I give a subnet mask to this is 255.0.0.0 type networks. But this is double 255. So this is double 255 networks, class B. So if you get a class B network, and so what is the maximum? This is the minimum, right? This is the minimum IP that you can go. And this is the maximum. Maximum means you fill the network portion and also fill the host portion. This is the theoretical minimum and maximum. So what is the minimum then? Yes, minimum is 128.0.0.0 and the maximum is, yes, count and tell me. Maximum is, count this, 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, what is that? 63. 63 plus this 63 plus this 128. 128 plus 63 is, yes, come on,
191.
191, correct. 191 and 255. So 255.255. That is the theoretical minimum and maximum that you can go. But you know that theoretical minimum is not the practical minimum. So why? Again, you have to keep one. So instead of using 0, you have to use 1. So the first valid network is 1. So first valid network will be to 128.1.0.0 and first valid host will be 128.1.0.1. This is theoretical. This is valid. Theoretical and practical, two things, right? So we skip 0th network. And the last valid host කියලා කියන්නේ computer එක හරි. Last valid host is 191.255.255.254. Why? What's the reason? Why is that? Because this is broadcast IP. If you take the last IP, that is broadcast IP. So this is the, and how many hosts are there? It is 2 to the power 16 minus 2. 2 to the power 16 is 65,536 minus 2 is 65,534. Okay, now tell me the class C. So,
in class B, number of networks, why don't we deduct 2?
2 digits, we can't change. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right, 2 digits we can't use. That's the reason. It's the result. These digits you can change. Okay, then let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one, and class C. Class C, you have to start from 110 sealed 110, then change this 1 2 3 4, sorry, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So it is 255.255.255.0 type subnet mask. So that is what we use. Then Kalim use kare. This is the subnet mask for class C IP. And so what is the first valid? First theoretical valid value. So if you take 0 and you'll get theoretical minimum. Theoretical minimum is 192.0.0.0. And the theoretical maximum will be that is the maximum, and that is count and tell me for class C. Yes. So mage gaane onna meka 255.255.255. So what is this? The first octet. First octet. Come on, is it take that much of time to calculate? Hari, come on,
223.
223. Okay, correct. 223 is the first octet. So this is theoretical maximum. And let's go to the note and see the internet stuff. So what they are in the internet stuff here. So you can see class C 192.0.1.1 and here 223.252.5, then 2. So the small change here, right? 255.254. So here I think, yeah, this one. No. Okay, let's write down. So that image is wrong. Class A, class A, class B, class C IP addresses. Right. So here, let's go to the tutorial spines. And you can see this is class C. Class C will have this subnet mask. So we calculated and found. And 192.223, and last where it was, all these are not given, right? So let's go for more details. We have to go for images and find the more details, right? It's only telling the first octet because this practical issues of showing. So let's say last valid also. It's not showing the simple, showing some simple details only. So let's see this one. Okay, it has here 192.168. This is class B, class C. Oh, it's also not there. Yeah, this is private IP ranges. Sorry. Okay, let's go back and calculate now on me, right? So this is anyway 192.223. 192.223 is the that is the range. And if you see how many networks, yes, how many networks? Calculate and tell how many networks. 2 to the power
21.
2 to the power 21. How? Here 8, 16 plus 5, 2 to the power 21. That is the possibility of networks. And how many? So here it is given, right? It is correctly given, I think. So here 2244, 249. So these are, sorry, 19222. So this is number of networks closer to 2 million. 2 million, right? 2 million hosts. So let's calculate whether this is correct. 2 to the power 21. Let's go to the calculator and see. 2 to the power 21 is, yeah, this is the number. Let's copy the number. It is 152 in the last digits. Yeah, this is the number. You get this number of networks. 2 to the power 21. And how many hosts? Or how many computers? 2 to the power. So this is for network. The host portion is, you can see, 8. Then 2 to the power 8. But you have to minus 2, right? So what is the value? You can calculate that. No need of calculator. Yes. Yes,
200.
yes. 254 hosts. That's what we are using, right? That's what we are using. And basically we are using 2 IP ranges. So that is what given in this example when you browse in, right? They are giving 2 IP ranges. One is 172.16 range, right? That is given for class C, right? Class C ranges. So this is class B actually. Class C ranges. Okay. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, this one. Class C ranges, we will get 3 ranges. One is this 10 IP range. This is for private addresses, right? Private addresses for class A, private addresses for class B, and private addresses for class C. මේවා නිකන් practices විදියට. ඒකෙන්ද තමයි අපේ computers වල තියෙන්නේ 192.168 එක. In private network වලට යාලා recommend කරලා තියෙනවා if it is a class A, use this range. 10 dot ඒවා private address වලට reserve කරලා තියෙනවා. If it is class B, 172.16, use it for class B, and 172 up to 172.31, use it for class B. For class C, use 192.168. 192.168 for class C. That is a different reservation. That is for private addresses, right? So that is also really required, but don't confuse with this one, right? Don't confuse with this one. This is total range. Total range of B. Total range of C. Okay, what is the total range of D? Class D. So these are not used. Class D and class C are not used. Why? Because we learned that class D is for, right? Class D is reserved for multicasting groups. Actually, not using this multicasting groups. This is reserved for future use, and actually, this is research purposes. So just calculate and tell me. According to this, just calculate class C, class D1. Yeah, class D1. Just calculate along and tell me. Don't look at the internet. Just do the manual calculation and tell me. Internet වලින් වලට කටපාඩම් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. So I know that, but don't do that. Just know the theory. Then you know how to do that easily. Class D and class E. I'll make it easier. It's going like this. But you are not actually creating networks from class D and C, right? D and E, you are not creating networks. Therefore, just calculate the value and tell me. 111 means
14.
Yes? 14? No. You have to make sure these other digits are there. Maybe the so this is ones, twos, then it's 4s, 8s, 16, 32, 64, 128, and tell me the value. This is This can be changed up to, so what is the maximum? The minimum will be this one. So don't think about the others because we are not going to create any network. The maximum will be this one. Think in that.
220.
224. Okay. 224 up to then 2 here. This is 224 to, if IP is starting from 2 to 4, it is a class D IP. It's going up to 200 and just
39.
just a matter of 39.
239.
39, yeah. So then this is for the last one, class E. So it's, so maximum will be this one. So it's going from 240 to 255. That is also for research purposes. These IPs are not used. For an example, if you ask what is your IP, what is my IP, it says 112.131. This is my IP. This is public IP. Can you tell me which range is this? Is it class A, class B, or class C? If you divide this to class, is it class A or class B or class C? Yes?
Class A.
Class A, correct. The public IPs are in class A range. Why? Because it's between, the first is, it's digits between 1 to 126. Here, 1 to 126. 1 to 126 atara, it's class A. So what is this IP? 192.168, 1.4. Is it class A, class B, or class C?
Class C.
Class C. Right. If you get something like this 172.16. What is that? It is 172. 172 means it's in between 128 to 191. So it's class B. So this is class A. This is class B. And this is class C. So this is how you classify the IP addresses. And you have recommended private ranges. As I said, you have recommended private ranges to this. The recommended private ranges, that's the image that I referred previously. So what is that recommended private range? This image was showing that the private address range is recommended for the networks. You can use other networks. You can use other networks, but these are some recommended ranges. So no need to buy hard disk. I'm just telling. So this part you can write, right? Class C, D, and E you can write. Then we have very important concept that is called classless interdomain routing, CIDR, that you will have in your exam. Hari. Satira koheda ලියුනේ? ඉන්නවනේ. So please write this one, and you have very important concept that will come for the exam, that is CIDR. Next one. Make a ලියා then I'll explain CIDR quickly. If you learn this, CIDR is easy. You will get exam questions in CIDR. Right. So I'll send you the soft copies, right? I'm sending it. So I couldn't send this one, right? I'll send this on to today itself. I'll send this down to the group. So this is the note regarding the computer networks. I think it's easy to refer the soft copies, right? Okay, then so after learning this classless interdomain route, so let's learn the new one, so which is CIDR. So this is called classless interdomain domain routing. So why this classless interdomain routing? Because you have limited classes, class A, class B, class C. So these classes are sometimes meaningless because here in class A, see how many networks you have. In class C, you have 1, 2, 6 network. That's okay because no network will have 16 million machines. එක network එක මිලියන 10ක් computers තියෙන networks එහෙම ඒවා අතේ ඇඟිලි ගන්නටවත් නැහැ ලෝකේ. එක network එකක මිලියන 10ක් computers තියෙන network. Other than the internet, you don't have such. You can't employ this much of computers in a network. So class A networks are rare, but there are some. Maybe Google having their server farms, Facebook and YouTube, they are having their server farms. The Microsoft having a big network. Maybe they might have. I don't know. But so this is somewhat okay. But think about class B. Class B, you have around 16,000 networks. And each network will have 65,000 machines. So maybe good for some large companies. 65,000 machines means a large amount. But if even 1,000 machines, they have to use this network. Even for 1,000 machines. So please reconnect right after the disconnection. Again, I'm reminding, please reconnect because the CIDR will come to the exams, very important. Therefore, stay connected. And so assume that you're in a class B network, you're having a class B company, and you employ 1,500 computers. The balance you can't use for anything. The balance IP addresses waste. It's wasted. Here, if you have a class C network in your company, let's say you have 300 machines in your company, then can you go for class C or class B? Wage company computers 300ක් තියෙනවා. Can you go for class C or class B?
Class B.
Class B. Then what about the wastage? 65,000 machines wasted. 65,000 IPs wasted. So that is a big wastage. Right? Because if you have 300 machines, you can't go for class C because class C support only 254 machines. එකම company නැත්නම් network දෙකක් තියාගන්නවා. Therefore, the flexibility is given to have different subnet masks. That is called CIDR. That means you can borrow the bits. The network can borrow the bits from the host portion. Okay, let's say you are in a class B subnet mask like this.